Have you ever noticed something? The people that are the most thoughtful, the most patient, the ones who really try the hardest to understand others, they are often the ones who end up being taken advantage of. And for a long time, I used to think that that meant they and I were doing something wrong. Um, but the truth's a little bit more complicated than that. Kindness is a strength. But kindness without boundaries can quietly invite the wrong behaviour from the wrong people. So, today I want to talk about why kind people are often taken advantage of and what needs to change so that kindness doesn't become a burden. So, hello there, I'm Julie, also known as Great Granny Julie on TikTok. I'm here to share my thoughts on boundaries, self respect, and emotional strength, topics that are deeply connected to our mental health. Over the past 70 years, I've gathered valuable insights into life that I just hope will make your journey a little easier. Together, we can navigate these important conversations that truly matter. Anyway, back to it. Kind people assume others think like they do. They tend to give others the benefit of the doubt. They assume that if someone behaves badly, then there must be a reason. They look for explanations. They try to understand. But the reality of it is, not everyone approaches life with the same empathy. Some people simply notice kindness as opportunity. And if you assume everyone has the same good intentions as you do, you may miss warning signs for far too long. So, many kind people were raised to be helpful, polite, accommodating. They were taught not to disappoint others. So, when someone asks for something, even if it feels uncomfortable, the automatic response is often yes. But over time, that yes sort of becomes expected. And what started as generosity can slowly turn into obligation. When someone treats them poorly, kind people often think, oh, maybe they're just having a bad day. Or maybe they didn't mean it. Oh, maybe I misunderstood. And occasionally that may be true. But when the same behaviour repeats itself over and over again, it stops being a misunderstanding. It becomes a pattern. And patterns, as I've said before, tell you far more about someone than apologies ever will. So, kind people don't, as a rule, want conflict. They value peace. They don't want arguments. They don't want tension. So, instead of addressing behaviour early, they tolerate it. They smooth things over. They stay quiet. And what tends to happen is the other person learns that there are no consequences, and behaviour that is tolerated tends to continue. So, some people are drawn to kindness for the wrong reasons as well. Most people, most people appreciate kindness, but a small number of people look for it, not because they respect it, but because they believe they can benefit from it. They may push boundaries, expect emotional labour, or rely on your patience indefinitely. And when kindness is consistently available without limits, these people rarely, if ever, change their behaviour. Here's the part that many people learn later in life, as I did. Being kind and having boundaries are not opposites. You can be compassionate, you can still say no, you can be understanding and still walk away. You can care about people without allowing them unlimited access to your time, your energy, or your emotional space. True kindness includes kindness towards yourself as well. And it means recognizing when your generosity is being respected and when it's simply being used. Because the goal isn't to stop being kind, the goal is to make sure that your kindness is shared with people who value it, not people who take advantage of it. So if this conversation resonates with you and you're interested in understanding people, boundaries, and emotional well-being a little more, then consider subscribing. We talk about these things here, and look forward to seeing you next time.